What's up, everybody? This is Dusty Rose, the American Dream, and it's hard times today in America, and you can help out Adam and Tyler Wood by subscribing today, baby. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Adam and Tyler World. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, and subscribe. And as always, I do appreciate it. So, if you watched my previous video, you realize I am your NXT champion, Adam and Tyler World, baby! Oh my gosh, I don't know how he does that. One more time. Oh, be warned, that hurts your throat, or at least mine. So, I showed you in a previous video that I'm the NXT champion now, but I also told you that I got this off of OfferUp, and I don't want my dingus touching where someone else's dingus might have been touching. I'm just using that as whatever, but germs and disgusting stuff like that, because I said, I don't know what this guy did with this belt before I had it, and I don't feel like hugging up on it and all that kind of stuff when God knows what they did with it. Like I said, it was dirty when I got it. I cleaned it. I'm going to show you how I properly clean a belt that I get from Letgo or OfferUp or anything like that. And you are more than welcome to copy exactly like I did. And if you got a better way of doing it, by all means comment below. I said I'm always up for learning something new. But let me put this down real quick, and I'm going to show you what you need to clean this like I would. So, this will take a little bit of time. It will be a semi-long video. Hopefully it's not too boring. But first, you're going to need a microfiber rag, which you can, like I said, you can get all these things from Walmart or like your local grocery store or something like that. So that's the first thing. Then you'll need Windex ammonia-free. Very, very important apparently. Listen, I keep hearing ammonia-free is good. I've had no issue with it. And I'm not even going to try with ammonia because God knows what will happen. It'll strip it off and then I'll be losing my mind. You need some kind of alcohol. Like I said, this is 70%. You could probably use 93. I don't think it really matters. You'll need a Q-tip, one or two. I'm just going to get one right now. If I need a second one, I'll get a second one. You'll need a flathead screwdriver. See that? Flat. This is just your regular size. I said, don't get one like a little tiny one that you use to take a watch apart because that will not work. And the final thing is, for this particular belt, a black Sharpie. So we're going to take this belt and make it look magnifique. One real quick thing I did forget to add to the list was some paper towels. I end up using 3 on this one, so multiply this times 3, but I said you should be good. Okay, so you have your belt, NXT, no matter what it is, whatever particular belt you have in your situation. I cannot stress enough, make sure you do not put this on some kind of brick or concrete or something hard, because we're going to flip it over, and if you do, it'll scratch the plates up, and you don't want that. So we're going to flip it over. I'm going to take our flathead screwdriver, and I'm going to take off all of the screws. Oh. There we go. Actually, I'm not going to take, if you look right here, there's a 4 in the corner right here, and 4 in the corner here, and 4 on all 4 corners, and that's just for these little thingies right here. And I'm not, let's see, wait. All right, I'm sorry, there's 3 in the corner right there. So I'm not going to take those off because those don't really need to be taken off. I can still clean the belt really well without taking those off. So, continue taking these off. I said, just want to take your time. You don't want to strip the screws off or anything like that, because then you'll have it flopping off. Especially, this one seems to have a lot of screws on it, so if one of them does mess up, hopefully you'll be still in okay shape. Because I've seen before where people have, like, say, the big gold, and you have one of the corners that's stripped off, all the bolt, and then it's just kind of flopping in the wind, and that's not a cool look because it's like, oh, it's falling apart. So you don't want that. So just take your time. Actually, unscrewing it, you have less of a chance of stripping it. It's actually when you're putting the plates back on, is when you have a higher chance of stripping out the screws. So I said, just take your time. I say you probably spent a decent amount of money for this, so you don't want to screw it up. So let me see. Let's see. So we got this part and this part. This, of course, so that you can switch out the nameplates and you can have whatever, Adam Cole or Velveteen Dream. There's the nameplate. Listen, WWE is doing with that with all their belts, it seems like. I think they have it on the Intercontinental one too now, the new one. They're going to be doing it on the U.S. Championship soon, I'm sure, when they change it out. And I would not be surprised if they change the tag team titles soon and do that, which kind of sucks because I have all those belts and now it's like, oh, you're the old generation. It's like, dude, these things are not cheap. Like, I have to keep updating this stuff all the time. So it does not update just like iTunes. So kind of out of luck with that one. So we're almost done with taking all the screws off. We're taking the one of the side plates, I don't know, left or right, whichever way you're looking at it. If you're wearing it, it's your right. If you're looking at it, it's the left. So yeah, make sure you put this, like I said, if you're doing this somewhere like on a porch or something like that where they could fall off and go down in there and then you had to go under the porch, don't do that. So do this on a flat surface and just kind of stack them up. I got them all right here. They're all identical, I believe. So you don't have to worry about like, oh no, those are for the side plate and those are for the main plate. Nope. So right here, take this. We got 2 left. And then we'll be done. All right, one more. All right, here we go. You got the belt with no plates. Put off to the side. So there we go. Never seen the back of it before. It's actually got some kind of screws on the back right here too, but I'm not going to take those off because I think if you do that, the X would in theory come off, and I don't want that to come off. So put this over here off to the side. You can't see it, but I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that with the other side plate. Make sure you don't get them screwed up or get them upside down. So right now I'm going to clean any dingus germs off of this bad boy. So for that, I'm just going to use this rubbing alcohol. Luckily the alcohol cleans or dries up pretty fast, so even if you get it everywhere, it doesn't really matter. So going along every square inch of this bad boy, cleaning any of the aforementioned dingus germs off. Clean the edge. I said, you're gonna appreciate it once you clean it and you know, okay, there's no disgusting germs on here. Clean this bad boy. I said, camera angle's okay. Let me see. Let me turn it like this so you can see it a little bit better. Move the screws off to the side as well. Throw them. All right. Let's see. I just like to make sure I cover all of it, so I'll get the front. Like I said, you can pretty much drown it in the alcohol. It's not going to do anything to it because the alcohol dries so fast. I said, if you're not sure if you covered the area, cover it again, because I said you do not want to like leave it with the dingus germs. I feel like I said dingus more times today than in my entire life. All right, so we're getting close to being done with the front. So get the edge of that. All right, just gonna take this, throw it away, get a new one, because we're ballers. We can throw paper towels away. All right, so then we flip it over. This is the scariest part, let's say, because right here there's probably not too much dirt right there. The only thing that could have happened is if human skin or stuff like that fell behind the plate, and you don't want to be dealing with that. So more alcohol, please. Just clean this right here between all the little snaps. Like I said, you want to know when you touch this and you hang out with it that basically only you have touched it. Like I said, every time I touch the belt, I go and take my microfiber rag and get my, I'm getting all kinds of atom hairs in here. Get my microfiber rag and my Windex, and I clean it just to make sure there's no stains, because the oils on your skin will apparently damage the plates, and you don't want that. You want this thing to look as nice as it possibly can, and to do that, you gotta make sure you clean it regularly. especially if you have it in a shelf or on a shelf and there's dust getting on it, you want to clean that. All right, there goes the second one. I missed the trash can because I'm clearly not in the NBA. All right, we're almost done with cleaning the belt itself. Let's see. All right, scrubbed it down really good. There we go. I said you can't really visually tell that it's that much cleaner, but you know in your heart that it is cleaner. All right, so now I'm going to clean the gold tip, and I'm still not sure what exactly alcohol does to the main plates or the metal or gold or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to steer clear of using that. I'm going to use my microfiber rag, turn the knob for my ammonia-free Windex, spray that on there, and we're going to go to town on this gold tip. It looks like some scratching on there. I'm hoping it'll come off. It did. Yay! I said get the edges, go back over and get the front. I said I have had no issues with the ammonia-free Windex with the gold, so I'm going to keep on using it. I said the snaps right here, if you ever got one from somebody, for some reason they scratch the crap out of them. So if there's any scratches, there's not really anything you can do. Just have to hide them. So we got that. Now we're going to clean these 12 little gold thingies right here in the corner. Just kind of give them a good little rub down. So they're not that big, so they can clean pretty quickly. So there we go, and then kind of just go over these real quick. So these don't usually get too dirty. So there we go. There is your clean belt. Put this off to the side. Ouch. Once again, I am getting too old for this. Oh, real quick, one thing. Or no, I'll do that at the end. All right, so now we have our side plate, one. We're gonna use the, once again, keep it up with the microfiber rag. Clean it. Let's see, I'm gonna take the WWE plate out so I clean it really well. Clean the front, the sides, the back. And the last thing you do is you clean the front and you put it off to the side. That way you know it's clean. Not alcohol, wrong substance. And so this stuff isn't too expensive, so you can use it for forever and just use it quite a bit. Get right up in there. Get all around. You want to make sure that this thing is for sure clean. Because I said this was probably the dirtiest belt that I've gotten online, or not online, well, kind of online, in person online. I said, but luckily, I said I brought the microfiber rag with me and the Windex, and I was able to clean it on the spot. I said, all right, cool, I'll take it. So there's your first one. We're gonna do the same thing for the other side. I said this rag is really nice and damp, so you don't have to change out the Windex too often, but you'll see. I said once again, clean the front, put it off to the side. I don't know if you can see this or not, but there's like gunk and stuff, especially inside those little treads. So we're just gonna take this, scrub it with it, scrub it the other way, clean this bad boy so it looks like it's brand new. Clean the edges, clean the back. So the back you don't have to clean too well. It's the front that you can see, but depends on how OCD you are. So put that off to the side. Here is the piece de résistance, the main plate. So you just, oh, I'm drunk. Okay, so you just kind of start wherever you want. I'll start at the bottom, in the middle. Work my way up around the edges. Make sure you clean the inside of the grooves. Get into the groove. Yeah, I did it. Right here, go around the side, getting all this, every bit of it, as best you can. So you don't have to spend forever doing it, but you don't want to neglect anything. Then we get the main part, the beautiful X in the middle. Man, this thing is nice. I didn't like this thing at first, but it has grown on me. Let's see. So, there we go. There's as much as you can get right there, basically, with the rag. This is where you'll use the Q-tip. Just spray it on the Q-tip, and then you kind of just go in here in these little crevices where you can't really reach because your fingers are too fat. And I just broke my Q-tip. All right. No good. All right. Sprayed the crap out of it. Okay. Just go in here, get all these grooves right in here. So you just want to make this thing look as clean as possible. Get those little edges right there. I said it'll make it look a lot better, I promise you. It's night and day. Oh, can you see all that? Sorry, I'm too focused on trying to clean, I'm forgetting I'm filming it. You have to be able to see what the heck I'm doing. Get all these little thingies right here. Any fingerprints or skin from the guy who had the build. And if you don't know what accent that is Armenian. I can do that. I have Armenian friends, bro. So I can do the accent. And right here, just clean off any excess right here you got. That's it, because when I was spraying the Q-tip, I accidentally squirted all over it. How are you doing? So there we go. There's the main plate clean, but we're gonna go ahead and get the edges real quick just to make sure, because it's easier to do it now than when you have the plate on there. How you liking those chicken legs, people? All right, so then you just kind of scrub at the back. Doesn't have to be too clean, just trying to, like I said, get any kind of dead skin or germs that might be on the back. Put this off to the side. Now we get to put the plates back on. So you take your belt, strap, let's see, take the main plate, put it down, line it up with the holes. So we're just going to do the main plate first, and we'll do one at a time. So you get your screws, make sure you drop them on the plate, beat the heck out of them. That always looks nice. All right, click this. Once again, make sure when you're doing this, you take your time, you thread it in straight, because if you go crooked, you could strip it, and then it's not going to be as nice looking. So just put them on there pretty decent. There you go. You don't have to strip the heck out of it, like I said, because then it'll look really crappy. Right there. I know what you're thinking. Whoa, that's so exciting. Yes, it is. All right, good. Make sure you're getting them long freaking hairs in there, because then they'll never get out. Like I said, just see this one's giving me a little bit of trouble. I don't know what's going on, but just be patient. It will eventually snag on and go, in theory. All right, so I don't know. Sometimes you have to kind of use your hand to kind of get it started. There we go. So right there, it wasn't using, the screwdriver wasn't working, so I just got my hand and used it, put it on there, and fed it on there, and it worked. In fact, I'm going to do that on all of these just to make sure, because I cannot stress enough how important it is to make sure you do not strip the screws, because once you strip them, you can't unstrip them. Some of these belts, like I said, the screws are a little more tricky. They don't want to go on as easily. This one hasn't been too bad. As you can see, there's been a couple of them that just want to be difficult, but it's not too bad. There are much worse things than that. All right, so I got them on there loosely. Now I'm going to go back in and tighten them all. All right, once again. All right. I'm really thinking I should have wore pants for this, so you're not just staring at my pasty white hairy legs. I apologize. I think I got this one. All right, so there we go. They're on there good. Next up, we're gonna take this one, put this one right here, line it up with the holes. I said something that you don't realize is the screws are completely straight and sometimes the leather's crooked. So just like I said, just take your time. I like to go diagonal, kind of like when you're changing a tire, because if you put them all on one side, then it might be off by a little bit, and next thing you know, you're stripping it. So I go this way, that way. I go diagonal right over here, or across. Now go diagonal. So you got 4 out of 5 of the actual plate. Then you take the side plate, the name plate, whatever this just says WWE. Flip it around so you can see it, because you don't want to blindly put it on and scratch the crap out of it. Hold it in place with your hand. Put your screw on. Put that bad boy on by hand at first, just like we did the main plate. There we go. So they're all on there loosely. Then we just go in there, tighten it, go diagonal like I said before. Just jumping around, not too tight. So the side plate's on now, the name plate. There we go. And we're going to do just the exact same thing on the other side. So there we go. Hope you can see that. There we go. Right there. Put the first one on. Go diagonal to it right over here on the other side, the opposite side. You have to kind of push the plate really close to the leather or the strap, because I said sometimes it wants to get a gap in there and it will drive you bananas. There we go. Got 2 on there loosely. Get a third one. That one was super easy. The more you get on, it does get easier because they're not loosely flying around. And then, of course, I come across this one. It's going to be difficult for me. And we got the 5th one. Can't believe I just said that, oh, it's going to be easier, and then they got harder. Someone doesn't know what they're talking about. And once again, you flip this over, line it up so you don't scratch it. Flip it back over. Get your first screw in. Get your second screw in for the nameplate. And then we go in here and we just tighten these 7 bad boys up. I keep saying it, don't do it too tight. Like I said, I keep stressing that. I get it, but I don't know, it's just a really important thing to me. I don't want anybody to screw up. So I said, you don't have to do it too tight. As soon as I get any resistance, I just stop. I go, and we're done. Get the 5th one. Come on. There we go. Number 6 out of 7. One more. Uno más. There we go. And 2 final things. So I just like to go over it with the cloth one more time because I was handling it while I was putting them on, so my nasty fingerprints are all over it. Clean the plates one last time, clean the gold tip. And then you want to check it out. I did notice something on this belt after I bought it. If you look right here on the bottom, this is really susceptible with the belts. It's like kind of whitish right there because the black on the belt came off. So the last piece is this Sharpie. Just kind of go over it lightly. You can dab it, kind of little strokes, clean it up. I said just check out any other spot. That's going to be the worst spot right there because that's where all the weight goes on at that one point. But everything else looks pretty decent. And there you have it. That was me cleaning this NXT Championship belt. It is officially dingus germs free. Yep. So since this is an actual belt that's like one of the top 3, there's SmackDown, Raw, and NXT. Somebody's gotta go. So the UK Championship belt will have to find a new home. somewhere else in my room because this bad boy is going in the middle. So, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but when I got this belt, it unfortunately did not come with a bag. So for presentation purposes, I'm going to snap this and I'm going to put this in the middle. Ooh, look at that. Granted, I get it. They have the new blue one for the Universal title, but I'm not about to spend that much money on blue. Okay, that's it. That is it. Thank you everybody for watching this video. UK Championship. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, and subscribe. Like always, I do appreciate it. And until next time, peace.